Hey Dance Fam! I just got back from another trip and I've been brewing a blog slash video about traveling as a dancer and ways to make that a little more efficient. I always tend to have a lot of stuff when I travel. I'm traveling for intensives that require a lot of sweating, frequently a costume, and homework. So several books, and it always just feels like so much. And I'm trying to find ways to be more efficient at it and really get my system down in a way that works. And I'm getting closer to what I think. So I've compiled some tips and tricks. I've listed links below where I found some of this stuff, and I'm going to run through some of it right now. First off is having a good backpack. I spent a lot of time trying to find a good backpack. Too many pockets and I tend to lose things, not enough pockets and I feel like I'm just digging through the bottom of a bag. And I looked at a lot of hiking backpacks, and my big one was not wanting a top-down type backpack. I wanted to be able to really open it up. But the reality was most of those were too big for my needs. So after going through about 5 bags, yeah, it was 5, I've settled on this Thule, which I really love this bag. It has side pockets. This water bottle isn't huge, but I never feel unsafe with it. I actually ran a half mile with this backpack yesterday to class, and it held up really well, and it was mostly really comfortable, even though it's not designed for that. It has 2 of those pockets. I keep my little dance fan on the side, so when I'm hot, I can fan myself, because I do get hot. It has a sunglass pocket up here at the top that's padded and protected, and I actually keep my lipstick and a pen and like little things that I need access to, a little compact, my headphones that are easily lost. I keep that. Business cards I keep up here. It's just a lot easier to access it, and I do keep my sunglasses in there, but only when I'm traveling. For daily use, I don't tend to. It has a nice front pocket here where I can keep lots of stuff. I tend to keep my my liquids in this pocket. I don't have it here, but I have one of those travel see-through things with all the little travel size. I keep that right there and I pull it right out, and it's real easy. It's got a couple zipper pockets. I keep my pens in there. Any medications that I need immediately, I keep there so they don't wind up at the bottom of the bag. I also really like this front pocket here that has a little hook, and I actually keep my deodorant in that pocket so it's easy access. Because nobody likes to be a stinky traveler. This is a laptop bag. It's got a couple of pouches in here for your laptop, and I just found it really efficient. It's not super heavy. It's a bit of a squeeze under the seat, but if you don't overpack it, it's totally fine, and it's very comfortable. The straps are padded, and I like the fact that it has, you know, a nice handle at the top, and it has a handle at the bottom, so if you do put it in the overhead, you can pull it right out. Anyway, getting a good backpack that works for you is super critical path. I don't want to ever travel without a good backpack again. Suitcase. Suitcases, get ones that work for you. I have now 3 sizes, and I was really agonizing over what to bring because I had the roll-on hard side that fit in the overhead, but I couldn't make it work without schlepping my shit in a duffel. And this one, which is the one that goes in the overhead, was just not big enough with another backpack or duffel. So I bought a regular standard size backpack or suitcase, and I felt like I still couldn't make it work with the backpack and the checked bag. So I got this little guy, which is a Samsonite, and Target carries another one of these, but this is like a half size. And when I got this bag, it just relieved a ton of my worries. It fits under the seat. If it's a standard size foot space on a United flight, it fits under the seat. But I usually take my backpack, put that under the seat, and put this overhead, and it fits great in all those spaces that people can't figure out how to Tetris really well. You usually can fit this in a great spot easily. It has a padded section for a laptop in here. So this is padded, and then there's this space with the doohickey here. And it has a little mesh insert on this side to keep stuff in there. I keep spare earplugs. And then it's got this little space here. And I keep, oh, hey, look, there's my charger, which I needed and I've been looking for. Hopefully this will stay. Stay! Got it. Perfect. And I love having this one. It's great. I put my extra sweater in here, and I keep all my homework in here. It has wheels. It's not a spinner, but it does roll. And I keep all my homework and books in here, and that way I don't have to carry them on my back. Packing pods of various forms. This is a tip I got from Aziza and from Donna. Are these packing pods. I got mine on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at TJ Maxx. They're not horribly expensive. These are called Shack Packs. And they came with a foot duster bag. They have a little handle. Mine are looking a little sad. I just washed them. But you can put your clothes in there in different ways and organize. I tend to roll my clothes, and I roll my pants with my tank tops inside, so when I get to where I'm going, I just pull the set of clothes out that I need. But they come in different sizes, and you can organize your stuff how you like. What I found really helpful along with that are these little guys, and I got these at TJ Maxx. They're the same thing as a packing pod. They're just little zippered, expandable containers. I have 3 of them. They're great for keeping your underwear. They don't open all the way, so you're not gonna lose stuff everywhere. But these are great. They do have little loops. This one has loops to hang. And I keep my toiletries in there. I keep liquids in there. I keep my poopery. Don't ever travel without your poopery. Be a good guest if you have neighbors. It's totally needed. And then I have my liquids baggie, which I just keep in the front pocket, and I pull it out. If I'm traveling anywhere where I have to shower, I just got this recently at Target. Also super helpful, so you can shove shit in it. It's great. I love it. If you dye your hair, where's my towels? If you dye your hair, I was in California, and they have this store called Decathlon. It's a French store, and it's great. I loved it. It was amazing. You can find them online. They sell these microfiber towels, and I bought the extra large, which is large enough to wrap around as like a beach size towel. It's huge. But I realized too that I wanted one for my hair because I don't travel without a towel, and packing a full size towel is obviously, it takes up a lot of space. So I don't like to do that, but I have been because I'm always paranoid about staining people's pillows and towels. If you stay at an Airbnb or a hotel, I don't want to get charged for it. So I actually picked up these microfiber towels. I think this medium was $4.99. You can order them online, and they're great. Just wash them because they get a little linty the first time you use them. And this has been great. These Space Saver bags. There's a couple. Ziploc uses them. These are the original Space Saver. It comes with a little pump that I keep in my larger suitcase. The only downside to these is when you pack them full and suck all the air out and pat them down, they turn into bricks. They don't bend, and I don't want to keep my makeup near them. I tend to keep my makeup in that small bag, and then I use these for the larger bag. It does help save with space, but just be careful that you don't pack anything fragile next to them. Because you're condensing clothing down, it gets very, very hard because you've made it extremely dense. And they're not very flexible, and I'm always careful about putting fragile things next to them. On to the makeup. I talked about this bag already. This is my second trip with the bag. It fits almost all of my stuff in here. And the thing about my makeup that I have found is I built myself 2 makeup palettes from Makeup Geek and Carity. And I built sort of a warm color, well, they're both warm. Who am I kidding? One's just a more wine colored and one's more brown. These are a little bit more plummy. But I can get a lot of looks out of them. I do bring some glue and some glitter to punch up the looks. But all of this stuff stays in this bag. And I have a little, I have my blush, my bronzer, and highlighter in here. But also, pro tip, put some cotton balls smushed down here. It'll help protect these in transit so they're not flopping around. It gives them a little pressure so they're less likely to break. But these are my travel makeups. They don't come out of this bag. They stay in this bag. And I'm telling you what, that's been a huge saver for me, is having a bag that I can just grab, and there's nothing in here that's not duplicated. It's not something I have to grab because I'll always forget something. So it's just easier now that I have a whole travel bag, and this fits right in that little Samsonite suitcase, and I love it. This is another Donna recommended purchase. I will link it if I can find it. It's called Just Own It. It's an amazing LED light, and it's gonna turn on. Ah! Yeah, magical, right? It has a magnet, and you can turn it off or dim it. But it has this magnetic, it has a 5-time and 10-time enhancer that sticks right to the mirror there, and it comes with a microfiber cloth and a little charging cord for it. And you can pretty much see your pores, inside your pores, possibly into your brain with this thing. Highly recommend it. It's been a lifesaver having a lighted mirror because you never know where you're going to get ready for shows. So I would highly recommend that. 2 more quick things and then we'll be done. The other big one that I found for my traveling, okay, a couple more. Getting a travel wallet. This is easier to reach for. It keeps all my stuff in there. I found it's really easy to keep my passport in here and I can reach for it. It sort of reduces the fanfare of trying to find my wallet, which is small. I don't have it with me, but I tend to carry a small wallet. I don't carry a purse, but carry something that's easily accessible that you can keep all your cards and stuff in your passport, and you can keep it outside your body, like almost a fanny pack. Sometimes I wish that I had one of those cool leather fanny packs. This fits right in the front of my backpack and I love it. I only use it for traveling. I don't use it for daily use, and it's great. An electronics bundler. Get yourself an electronics bundler. It'll save a lot of scrambling. I have an auxiliary cord. I have multiple. I just have all of them. And this one actually that I just pulled out is going in here because that's where it belongs. I also use this for my dry erase. I keep spare pens and stuff in here. It's a lifesaver, so you're not digging around for that one cord that you need for that one thing. It's a lot more concise and it helps. Travel accessories. If you travel a lot, this is from AccuMobility. There's so many jokes about this, but I use this. I have 2 of them and I use them all over my body. These are nice because you can do movement on top of them and they're not going to roll away from you. They're nice in a confined space so your lacrosse ball doesn't go rolling down the airport or the airplane walkway. And then these, I have taken these on a plane. They let me go through with these. I have no idea why. This is titanium, stainless steel, something. There's a metal rod through here, but they let me take them on. I try to check them when I can because I'm always nervous about losing them. I think this was $12, so I don't get too excited if it gets taken if I can't check it, but I have traveled with these through and carried them on. Your results may vary. As a dancer, you should get yourself some Zill mufflers, some finger cymbal mufflers, excuse me, not Zills. Just get them. If you're dancing, you should always have these. You can warm up backstage. You never know where you're going to be. You should always have finger cymbal muffs if you're playing, and you should be playing because we ballet dancers. And extra pens are a big one, but one of the big things for me recently that changed was downsizing my laptop from this brick, which is quite heavy. I don't have the external battery on here, but with the external battery, it's super heavy, to a much lighter ThinkPad. If you can get a thinner ThinkPad or you can function off a smaller computer, I recommend it. If you're walking around and traveling a lot, carrying around a big heavy brick, it makes you tired and it makes your back hurt. So if you can get a slightly smaller computer or function off your tablet, I highly recommend it. Getting a wireless mouse is super helpful too. I have a wireless mouse that comes, I bought a little zip up pad. I keep my baby mouse in here and this is my travel one. That way I have everything I need and I can do my homework and stuff. Those are my big ones. I have a couple more that I'm going to link below, but those are the ones I wanted to actually show you and I didn't want to take a bunch of pictures. So hopefully that's helpful. Make sure you hydrate and stretch regularly when you travel. And if you can, get there a day early and leave a day later so you can give yourself a chance to like acclimate, get anything that you might have missed packing. I would also recommend don't overpack because you have to carry it or schlep it. And I always buy stuff where I'm going and then I'm like squeezing it in. This last trip, I had a panic moment about an hour before I left. I couldn't get my luggage closed because I didn't have a Tetris right. And I do travel with a lot of my books. I travel with my yoga blocks and I still manage to make it work. But if you don't pack carefully, sometimes it can get a little dicey. So pack less than what you think you need. And you can wash stuff in the sink or the shower and it'll be okay, and rinse it out and use some soap and you'll be okay. So if you need to double up on an item of clothing, that's okay too. And that will reduce some space and one less thing you have to carry. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. And I got a couple more things I'll link below. And if not, I will see you at the next workshop and I hope you have safe travels.